Well, good evening and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Britt Marino. The Housing Authority of the City of Austin has a huge backlog on their list of people needing affordable housing. The list of families who need that help paying soaring rent prices in Austin is really long, and so is the wait. KXAN investigator Kelly Wiley found the wait list for federal housing vouchers in Austin has been closed to new applications for more than 3 years, and close to 1,500 families are still waiting for help.
Hello, how are you?
64-year-old Michael Samuel has spent 3 years waiting on a federal voucher that would help him cover rent in one of America's most expensive cities. For 6 years, he's lived in a small, low-income HUD apartment for people with disabilities. In the last several years, he's watched as the city around him has become more and more unaffordable.
It's kind of scary living in Austin because like I said, if I didn't have this place, if something happened and I couldn't live here anymore, I don't know what I would do.
Back in 2018, he was one of the lucky people who won a random lottery to be on a waiting list for a housing voucher. More than 15,000 people applied that year, but he still hasn't received that housing assistance yet.
I kept checking every 3 or 4 months, and I was wondering why I'm moving backwards. And so finally I got a hold of her, and she was telling me that there's people that have families in crisis, flooding, houses burning down. So with people that have children and you being a single guy, that's why we're moving you back.
The city of Austin has only opened its housing voucher waitlist twice in the last decade. In that time, just over 1,000 people have received a voucher. Nearly 1,500 families are still waiting.
Our brothers and sisters have so much need in this city, who are living, who are doubling up in with relatives, who are sleeping in cars. We have an urgent need today to provide more housing, which is what makes Build Back Better, really something so promising.
President Biden's Build Back Better plan, which still has to be approved by the Senate, would put $25 billion towards expanding housing vouchers and $15 billion towards building low-income rental homes. After years of waiting, Samuel has been told he's closer to the top of the list.
To see people out there on the streets with no place to live, no hope, it shouldn't be like that. Some people just completely lose hope. I'm just glad I was not one of those people.
The CEO of the Housing Authority tells me right now, without any additional funding, at the rate they're going, they're looking at getting maybe 20 to 30 people off that list a month. In Austin, Kelly Wiley, KXAN News.
Now, the number of vouchers has fluctuated year to year. Going in depth on this, since 2015, nearly 1,900 vouchers have been issued by the city of Austin. You see here in 2020, only 89 vouchers were handed out. The city says the numbers dip based on the funding they get from the federal government.